Have you ever felt that Reiki isn't as intuitive as other healing methods? Have you ever felt that perhaps it's a little bit too rigid, that there's not enough intuition involved in Reiki healing? I think a lot of the reason people may have this perception is because Reiki has hand positions. And these hand positions, as you know, are set positions that cover all the major energy centers of the body. They cover the major organs of the body. And in general, if you use the set hand positions, you're guaranteed to do a really good healing session. But the issue arises when people become overly rigid and overly dogmatic about these hand positions, and they think that these are the only positions you can use and that you need to use them or else you're not doing Reiki correctly. Now, here's the thing. People tend to love rules. You know, they don't have to worry then if they're doing things right or wrong. They just follow the rule and they feel safe. They feel okay. Teachers love rules as well. And this often, it's not necessarily conscious, but there's another sneaky reason. And teachers love rules because rules empower them. The more rules you've got, the more the student kind of needs to go to the teacher and say, oh, am I doing it right? How do I do it? And then the teacher can, you know, from the pulpit can say, oh, my son, you must do it thus. And then, you know, they feel empowered and the student then feels reassured. Okay, but this is not really a great way to teach because ultimately the teacher needs to empower the student. That's what it's all about. So let's get back to Reiki then, and what we really discover when we go deeper into it is that Reiki is as intuitive as any other healing method out there. And where it isn't, it's not the problem of Reiki, it's not Reiki's fault, it's simply the way it is being practiced. In fact, Reiki is immensely versatile. In fact, it's probably the most versatile, or at least one of the most versatile healing methods out there. Think about it. You can do Reiki hands-on. You can do Reiki hands-off. You can do Reiki static. In other words, where you just hold a position. It could be holding it in the auric field, or you might be holding it on a part of the body, or you can actually be fluid. You can move when you're doing Reiki. Now, normally when you're moving, it will be over the auric field, but you can totally move. Now, this is something people often don't realize. They think, oh no, Reiki must be very static. I must stand there and not move. I must not bat an eyelid. Well, actually, the truth is Reiki can be as fluid as you want. You can move over the auric field. You can sweep it. You can do so many things with it. And guess what? You can also be static. So it's not a question of one being better than the other. People often love to go in a camp, like they are the ones who always just move and they never stay still and they never work on the physical body. Or the other ones who are very much more, yes, we don't move and we just focus and we meditate as we do it. Both are fine. But you know what you want to be? You want to be the person who can be all terrain. You can do it hands-on. You can do it hands-off. It doesn't really matter. You can be static. You can move. You want to be comfortable with everything. And then what you do is you simply let your intuition guide you in the specific scenario that you're in. Sometimes it will be totally appropriate just to really focus on a particular position and don't move, right? Sometimes you'll need to move. And so it's all about just trusting your gut. When you do Reiki, you will get that feeling. If you open up to it, if you allow yourself to do that, you know, so long as you're not trying to control everything with the mind and you're just going, okay, just allowing yourself to be guided, then you'll know what to do. So here's the thing, another thing to realize. You actually can't get it wrong. So people are often worried, oh, am I doing it wrong? Well, no, it's just simply a question of good and better. So even if all you ever did was said, you know what, I'm just going to do the hand positions, then you're going to do a really good session, right? But if you can also supplement that with your intuition, then you're going to be able to optimize your sessions. You'll find that still you are actually going over and covering many of the set positions even when you use your intuition. But because everyone is different, it doesn't really make sense to give them all the same healing session. And so for that reason, even though if you just follow the set positions, you know, head down to toe, it'll be a great session and you really can't go wrong. I mean, clients will be happy with that, but if you want to get those grace notes, if you want to go up and above and really optimize a session, then throughout you'll listen to your intuition and you'll be guided as to where to work and how to work. Auric field, physical body, movement, static, whatever it might be. So either way, you're going to do a good session. If you trust your intuition, you'll optimize it. And really all that's left to be said is when you do Reiki, be bold, okay? Don't fear doing it the incorrect way. Don't worry about rules. Just trust your gut, experiment, have fun knowing that you can never get it wrong. It's only ever a question of optimizing, and the base level of what you do, I promise you, will be an excellent session. So go out, have fun, experiment, trust your gut, and enjoy Reiki.